Hello, darlings. I'm Korede. Hope you're loving our videos, our talks, and our conversations. If you do, please remember to like our videos after watching them. And also, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that now by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Also, remember that you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your comments below. Tell us how well we are doing and how you think we can make this show a better one. We look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, enjoy today's conversation. See y'all later!
Long distance relationship, for or against?
Me, I'm against it. I have to be with the person. See.
Eh?
No, me, I'm against.
You say you have to be with the person.
Yes, now. We have to know each other's ways. People are very, you just go and discover maybe it's just this, is a serial
Just
killer.
even wasting your time. Some persons can even waste your time with that long distance relationship thing.
No, it
Yeah.
works for some people,
Let me tell you,
actually.
what I'm
It
saying
really
that-
works for
what
some
I'm saying
people.
that
I
they're
can't
wasting
do
your
it.
time is that sometimes they are with someone in that's their business that they're dating. You understand? And you will be feeling that you guys have a relationship. You don't understand? And in the long run, you just see Ivy.
It's possible,
So
but,
it's
but
But
actually,
even if the person is close to you, so if the person can still do the same thing.
yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
what are you- what are you-
So that's what I'm saying,
say,
that my
the
own
tendency to
reason
do
is
that,
not because
no.
of maybe
The
cheating or
tendency
something.
to do that is not going to be as much as when you are far away from yourselves.
My own is
You
not
understand?
because of cheating,
Like,
though. My
for
own is
instance,
because
now
I
we are
want to know.
close. I see you on a daily basis, and then when somebody says that out of sight is out of mind, long distance relationship can.
Yes,
also,
I
this can
understand
work.
what. Yes, of course.
I'm not close to you. You are not
But I'm just saying
feeling
my
me.
mind-
You should be feeling me. You
That's-
don't get. And I don't mean. Sorry, I was making your face like.
I'll try to
I
know
mean,
what
you
you
don't
mean by
feel my
feeling.
presence. Like, you don't get. I'm not always there, and anything can happen. You know, like what we said about the other person that somebody mentioned that the person that shows up at your point of whatever, that person seems to you like someone that is very, very special. You know, so if this person is far away from you, and maybe sometimes even those persons that are far away from you, you truly love the person. In most cases, that maybe I'm in this relationship and I think distance had to come to play, and we are living far apart. You don't get. That doesn't mean that I will now keep. Not all of them will keep themselves for you. It's not possible. It's not like it's always very possible. You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
But it's possible.
We now keep for how long? How long is the distance going to be?
As long as
What about
it's-
when
So
you're
for how
married and
long
your
is the
husband
distance?
travels
No,
or
I
your
want
wife
to get-
travels?
you know, that was even where I was
When we
even
said
coming to.
we traveled 5 years travel, what did you say? When we said somebody travels was not around for 5 years, what did you say?
Did you hear what was that? That was no.
that
That
one
one
is
is a
different, you know.
different
What's the
thing.
difference?
That
That
one
one
is
is
a
different.
different thing.
She said she's not coming back again.
The person did not say she's not
If
coming
they
back.
don't
oh.
correlate,
The person
they're not the
came after
same
5
thing.
years.
He said he's not coming back again. Then after everything went south, after everything scattered, that was like 5 years later. After everything, nothing was going well for her again. She now came back.
Well, I just feel that if you're in a long distance relationship, at some point, that's will I say, I don't want to use the word interest, but that's attraction may not be there. Like, but if you guys are together, you are seeing the person every day, or let's not say every day now. Like anytime I want to see Korede, for instance, she's accessible to me. But for instance, she's in Dubai, I'm in Nigeria, and we are claiming to be in a relationship.
It works for some people,
And
but
that
for
doesn't mean
me,
that- I don't think I can work with it.
well,
think I
my
can
my
work
own
with-
reason is not because of maybe he's going to be cheating or something. That one is not like, maybe it's part of the reasons, but
Mine is
understand.
that it's
But
part of
it's
it.
like mine. The major
then-
reason is because you know I want to be with the person that I'm dating. I want to know their way of life. I want to know their behaviors, their character. Because I mean, it's a different thing.
You can be
if
with you and
we've
hide
been-
his character
If we've
now.
been it's a different thing if you've been dating. Do you understand? And then along the way, you had to travel, maybe because of course, work or something. That's a different thing. But like the relationship started, being a distant one. No, I can't. It can't work for me. I have to. How am I going to get to know the person? We're going to be talking on through. For me, I'm saying for me. I'm not saying it doesn't work for some people. That's why I said I work for some people. For me personally, I can't do it.
I'm against for long distance relationship. Well, because I feel like I can be in a long distance relationship. That's why I'm against it. And I just feel like I have to be with someone, do you understand, so that he can know my way of life, I can know his way of life. That's just it. I can't start a relationship. It's a different thing if we've been dating and then along the line you had to go somewhere else. Do you understand? But I can't start a relationship based on a long distance, stuff.
You two, you don't. Now what happen? What happen? That's when I get trust issues reach.
It's not about trust.
Once anybody mentions the fact that long distance, it is trust. Forget all this.
says it's trust?
I want to know
Okay,
when
I'm with you, does that mean
you
I
can
cannot
know
do-
his.
cannot
You
do
can
it?
It's not
see
trust.
what you said. You can know his or her way of life,
It's true.
even in long distance relationship.
It's true. It's
Yes,
true.
now.
It's true.
See,
You can know that he's a dirty person or he's a
you
someone
will know.
that
You
takes
will know.
cocaine.
You will know.
You will know if
You will know. No, you will know now.
How
You
will
ask
you
me
know,
how.
please?
You
Yes,
will
how
know
will
now.
How will you know
See,
it?
when we're talking about long distance relationship here, it's not as if you people won't be seeing each other. You can see each other once in a while. Now,
Let me
maybe
tell you
if,
something.
If he comes visiting or
He
you
will
go
keep
visiting,
it.
how
Are you
will
being funny? So
go
you
and
think he
visit someone
cannot keep
for
it?
like 1 month? He will
People
keep
that-
it.
No,
You can't
Shey,
keep
wait.
it now.
You are very
People that
funny.
are dating for
Besides,
2 years.
besides,
And
Once
hiding
you know
his
that
character
you are
from you.
coming, they will hide.
Those
Even
bad
someone,
traits.
even someone that you are with, self, that you see every day, they hide character from you. Not talk about someone that is,
Far away from you.
So it's the same thing we are saying
Once you
now.
are coming, once they know that you are coming, they will keep everything. They will hide
Every dirty thing.
everything that that they've not told you about. You are saying that
It won't be that
they are going
perfect.
to know.
Except the person.
You've
Except
not met
that
a
person is
Nollywood
not.
guy.
Except the person is not
You've not met
You
vigilant.
don't even
Nollywood
need to
guy.
meet a
you
Nollywood
say?
gap. It is
A Nollywood
happening.
guy. Not like
You don't even need to meet
what
a
I mean
Nollywood
by-
guy.
What
It
I
is
mean by
happening.
Nollywood guys, someone that can act roles and just act what he will give you what you want to see.
People
You don't
do it
understand?
It's because you want to be deceived, innit? No, it's true now. It's
can't do
because
it,
you
Sha.
want
I
to
don't
be
support
deceived.
it.
Someone will
Well-
deceive you for a whole month. You will know how the person really is.
Someone
No,
can
it's
deceive
because
you
want
for
to be
5
deceived.
years.
Not for
It's
years.
not possible. That person wants to be deceived. I'm telling you, that person wants to be deceived.
Someone
It's
can
true, that
deceive you
person
for
wants-
5 years.
See,
Be
they
saying
say
that this
they say that your character is like smoke. It would always come out. There's no way you can hide
How
it.
long is it going to come
It
out?
will come out.
It will come back one day, but let me tell you,
Either
it will take long to
intentionally
come out.
or accidentally. It will.
No one
it will
is
shall
saying.
come out.
No one is saying. No one
Eh?
is saying it's not going to come out. But I'm not
Uh-huh.
going to be there wasting my time for 5 years before it comes out. No
You're
one.
not
No
you're
one
not
has
wasting
the
your
time.
time. See, let me tell you something.
No one has time to be waiting for when it comes out.
Even people
Let me
that
see
even
it
say
now. Let me see it now.
even people
Can you
that
say that
even people
I
that are
cannot pretend
dating.
for 1 month.
You can't
It's
pretend.
very easy.
Even people that are
1
dating,
month.
even people that are dating, staying on the same street, staying on the same street, some other people will see this person's character, but that person dating him or her won't see it. Yes or no?
Because
yes or no?
she has chosen not to see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
What you get the
no,
point to me?
he or she has chosen
That's
not
what
to
I'm
see it.
saying. Is if you tell me that they are
Because
deceiving,
people will be saying
Cam,
things
if
now.
you tell
People
me
will
that
be
they are
saying things
deceiving
now.
somebody, is that person that chose
That
to be
wants to be
deceived?
deceived.
Yes, you chose to be deceived. You see, the Yorubas have a saying. They say, "A finiwa," that is, your character is like smoke. You can't hide your character for long. It's not possible. You can hide it for a while, but at the end of the day, it will definitely come out. So, the girl's saying, for example, now that the guy can hide his character, or someone can hide his or her character for a long time. To me, except it is if you've decided not to notice those bad traits or notice the bad character, that is when you will see it. For example, now I'm going out with someone, and how will you say my girlfriend would hide the fact that she smokes, or she drinks, or she's rude, or she's dirty? Huh? You can't hide it for long. You can hide it for a while. You understand? But definitely things will happen. Situations will arise whereby your character will manifest. It can't hide for long. That's why I'm telling the girls that except you decide not to see it, then you won't see it. Even if the thing is staring you in the face, you won't see that bad traits or those bad characters. But when you have opened your mind to discover what needs to be discovered, you see it.
See,
Because there is no way, you stay with me
that
for
is
2
not.
weeks.
As I said,
We are
You
both
had- and when I
sleeping,
stay for 2
waking
weeks,
up.
I will know everything about you once I stay with you for 2 weeks.
I will know your bad vices. Like you said, you want to know if the person is clean or dirty. The person will stay with you for
my
2 weeks.
God.
You will know. You will know now.
How will you know?
In fact, the first 2 days, you will know someone who is clean and who is dirty.
How?
From the way the person wants to take care of himself or herself early in the morning, you don't know already.
It's not even about
You know now.
the debt.
That's what I'm
It's about character. We're talking about
It's not
character
about
behavior.
it's not just
It
about-
will come
People,
out.
it will not come out without 2 weeks. That's
I'm
for
telling
you.
you.
But
In
for
1
me,
month,
I don't support
it's even saying
it.
1 month, and I'm saying no.
It will come out.
That's for you. But I'm saying me, I don't
Not
support
Not for me,
it.
it's for most people. For everybody.
It's not
sef.
for most people
Don't
and
say
it's not for
everybody.
everybody.
For
You can't
everybody.
say what works for you doesn't work for everybody. Are you
What
as in?
What works for me works for reasonable people. What are you saying
That means
now?
I'm not reasonable.
If you say that they can deceive you for 1 year, you are not reasonable.
We are
How
not
is it
saying
somebody
no
can
one
deceive you
says
for 1 year?
one can deceive you. I'm saying
People can
I want
hide
to be
that-
with someone,
For
but I
1 year.
For years, not just 1 year.
For years.
Yes.
Then that person they're hiding it from chose to be deceived. It's the gospel truth. See, all this one wife will come out. Oh, he deceived me. I didn't know it was like, nah, lie. You chose to be deceived.
there are people that they will never
Because
see.
if you have-
you don't know,
that's
there
what
are
I'm
people that they
saying.
will
When I
never
said
see the
a
sign
Nollywood person.
because they had a distance.
Person
There
can
are
act.
people.
Because they had distance relationship. No,
Yes.
no.
What is no?
You chose not to.
See,
That's what I'm
see
saying
what
that
I'm saying?
even people that
Stop
are close
arguing.
by.
The
even
only
people
idea
that-
says it works for everybody. Say it works for some people.
Okay, it works for
You're
majority.
saying
For
for it
majority.
doesn't work for
It works for
majority.
majority.
It doesn't work for
That's
majority.
fine.
It doesn't work for
How can you say
majority.
for
Because
majority?
are you majority?
Have they
Are you
deceived
You
you?
majority?
one out
Have you
of how
been
many
deceived
people?
before?
What's
One
the
out
meaning
of many
being
people.
Have you been
One
deceived
out of
before?
how many
supposed to know.
people?
Come for deliverance.
One person.
Have you been deceived
It works
before?
for some people. This time,
Do you
that's
know
why I
somebody
said-
that has been deceived?
That's why I said that.
Is your family
this
member
time-
suffering for deceit? Then come for deliverance.
That's why I say that. This
But-
kind of relationship, it works for some people. But for someone like me, I don't support it. It doesn't work for me. It's not going to work for me.
Either.
And that was why I gave the example that if you had been dating and then along the way, you understand, you had to go for
You
a
had to
cross
move,
or move on this thing. That's fine. I've known you, we've
understandable.
stayed together. I know your way of life, you know my way of life. But like we started it on a note of distance relationship. Nope.
What if you met someone that you really, really love and within 2 weeks he has to travel abroad? 2 weeks of dating,
So
he now
it's
has to
really
travel.
that 2 weeks that I love you. If you see the 2 weeks that I
No,
love
you
you.
go don't know.
How can you?
So what are you saying? I've already known him, but
You've not met somebody that the first day you saw the person, first day.
Loved him.
You don't saw the person first day.
Loved him, not liked him.
But you've not been in love. I'm telling you, oh my God.
I don't know, maybe these girls have not fallen in love before. But are they trying to say they don't believe in love at first sight? Because it actually does happen. You just see someone the first day and immediately you are so infatuated about the person. You are head over heels. Your mind is blown, as in you are like, wow, what the, oh my God, see, babe. Oh. As in, straight up, that first day, that first minute itself, it doesn't even have to take time. So I don't know why they are laughing. Maybe they feel if they've admitted they've fallen in love first sight, I would say they are ole or they are cheap. I don't know those girls, I don't know what's wrong with them actually. I don't know. I have no idea.
You've not been in love before. First day, wait, just first day.
And you love the
Eh?
person.
And within
I'm not saying
within
yes.
2 weeks of you guys meeting,
Yes, I know it's
you started
true.
going out and he has to go for a course.
I'm not saying
You
that
now
there's-
say
Things
you.
that you already
I'm not
know some things
I'm not
about
saying there's
him.
no love at first sight.
Eh, so what
I'm
are
not
you
saying
doing?
that
What are
there's
you
no
doing?
love at first, but I'm saying there's no, for me, it doesn't work for me. For me, there's no.
Love at first sight. It happens, but like for me, I've never experienced it before, love at first sight. So, I mean, for some people it does. It happens to some people, but I've never experienced it. Love at first sight. Like immediately I saw you, oh God, I just fell into love with you. I fell into love. No, I've never experienced it.
Yeah, I'll love you today.
No.
Yes, no.
I'll meet. I'm not saying that if you say
works for
I
some
like the
person.
person.
You know what I'm saying?
can
The
like
first time
you.
when you meet me, you don't love me. You don't fall in love. What I
you.
say?
What
If
you
not
say?
be, if not be say, be I
If
just
not be say
change am
what?
for you.
Tell me now.
Everybody, see,
I just don't support
but-
it because I feel like there will be so many, there's so many things you need to see. You can't even know
Everything.
You can't even know everything about
A person.
the person you're with. You understand? There's still some things. Not to talk of you're starting it on a relationship on a note of long distance relationship. Yes, I'm not disputing the fact that it works for some people. Yes, it does. But I'm saying I really don't support it because when things comes up, that's why they say, oh, and I didn't know he was like this. I didn't know he was like this. I didn't know he was like that. Because he didn't spend enough time together. You only see him maybe once or twice in a year. And then once or twice in a year.
He comes with his best behavior.
He comes with his, because he has already planned, in his mind, he knows that this is just the time you guys get to spend together in a year, maybe probably a week or two. He's going to be on his best behavior. Probably you guys are because that's true. You guys will probably want to be going out, go, do fun things. You understand? You probably might not even spend more time staying at home. But like you'll be going out, you'll be with people and all. How are you going to get to know him, like the real him, within those 2 weeks? For example, if you're in a long-distance relationship and then you guys know that okay, maybe it's maybe you guys see once in 6 months. He's going to hide everything. That one, maybe probably you guys are going to spend like 2 weeks together or something. He's going to be on his best, he or she is going to be on his or her best behavior for those 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks, things goes back to normal. Just for, people do it just for them to get married. And then when they feel like, once we are married, everybody will adjust. You see me, this is who I am. Or they start coming, things that, showing you like, I didn't see this, I didn't see that. Well, like, should have seen it.
See, Corey, all this thing you're saying, even for people that are staying in the same vicinity, you can stay with that person for 2 years.
Then you won't know
If you don't know that person's character, you don't know that person's character.
How would you say you don't know the person's character when you spend time together?
I'm telling you, if you don't, if you are not vigilant enough,
yes, true.
you won't know.
Yes, true. People hide, even people
Because
that
why?
you're with.
You've chose not to know. That's what I'm saying.
My own point of view.
The reason why I say for
some people know.
someone like me now, to a certain extent, I don't support long distance relationship because one thing with me, it's very difficult for me to trust someone. Very, very difficult. And I know that that's the main reason why most people will say long distance relationship is a no-no.
It's one of the, but you can't say that's like the only.
One of it. Okay, they will say no, majority. I'm still saying it's majority.
Stop using that word majority.
90%. They will say that's yes, true. 90%. It's a no because that trust issue. Oh, I don't know what she's doing there. I don't know what he's doing there. But when you're not talking of knowing someone, you can be with that person. You people will be sleeping and waking up together. 5 years. If you choose not to know his or her bad side, you won't know it. But you can stay with that person for just 2 days.
And then you know the person.
And you will know.
And when you choose to know the bad side,
Yes.
you know it.
Knowing a person's bad character or knowing a person's bad traits is not dependent on duration. You can stay with someone for 20 years, okay? And you will know the person's bad character. You can also stay with that same person for just 2 days. Just 2 days. And you know the person's bad character. It's all dependent on how averse you have put your mind to discovering the truth and discovering what it is all about, that person. If you've closed your mind that, if you've already made up your mind that, this person, I cannot know anything bad about this person, then you wouldn't see anything bad about the person. But if you open your mind to discover new things about this person, both the good and the bad, you discover this bad traits. You don't need to stay with someone for donkey years before you know that the person has a bad trait or has a bad character. You don't need to. The person can't hide it for long. It will definitely come out. Definitely.
In this life, there are different people. If I decide to hide something from you, is it your fault? Is it your fault? If I decide to hide something from you,
like what?
Is
Like
it
a
your
secret
hide it
or
well.
what?
Not
and hide it well?
No, wait,
Hide it
like
well.
a secret
Not a
or
secret,
what?
like a
Not a secret,
behavior.
like a
Like a behavior.
Yes.
You
Is
can't hide
your-
it for long. You can't hide it for long.
Sorry.
Which secret do you want to hide from me? That you drink or you smoke
Okay.
or you
do
take crack
drugs.
Okay.
or you are dirty
No.
or you are abusive, you are rude. You can't hide it for long from me.
So wait,
From
what
our
about-
conversation
what
self,
about
I
people-
already know.
Wait, what about people that are in violent relationship? You understand? That are experiencing abuse. And then when they were dating, it never happened.
Never happened.
It never happened. There are people like that.
But the guy is naturally violent, but
If very, very quiet.
Quiet.
No,
Very,
no,
very
but
quiet.
he's a
And
violent
very,
person.
it's
He's
not
violent.
violent.
How do you
In
mean by
fact, that's
violent?
why I said that.
what are we
That's
not
why
saying now?
me.
What do you mean by violent?
I'm always
He's an
very, very
in-person.
scared of people that are very, very
Quiet.
quiet. You understand? When they are angry, you understand? You know, I want you to.
And then they are
you know,
laughing. When they are
and
angry,
you
they're still
understand?
laughing.
I want you to because it's something is. I want you to show that you're
Express
angry
your-
about.
your
Express
anger.
your anger. Express what you
And
feel.
do it.
But like when something annoys you and then you just laugh it off and you just keep quiet. You need to be very, very scared. You need to be very, very wary of those kind of
Such
people.
persons.
You understand? And then they were dating. So I'm just trying to tell you that if I don't want to tell you, if I don't want to show you
My bad side.
my bad side, is it so that does that mean it's your fault?
Well, I don't think violent people can keep their, violent parts, their violence, their violent nature. I don't think violent people can keep their violent nature for long. Do you understand? Because I feel in one way or the other, it will definitely still come out. Maybe it could be like, when they're angry, the way they shout, the way they hit things, and the way they throw things around, you definitely know, oh, this person has violent issues.
Do you know you just corroborated the point I was making now?
How did I corroborate what you
You
said?
just helped me to make my point.
Everybody
Okay.
You
helps
said
to
now,
make your points.
no, but it's true now.
That's not true.
You said you just said something now that when you see someone that is
because
very
what
quiet,
you said,
calm
no,
down now.
what you said, what he
Let me-
said in
Let me
okay.
land now. You said when you're dating someone that you've pushed him to limits and he's still quiet, you have to be very careful about that person, right? Yes or no? Is that not what you said? What are you doing? You are being vigilant because you've noticed that you've pushed him and he's quiet.
It's
now
not-
you
no,
know.
I didn't say I
You're
pushed
vigilant.
him. I'm saying
babes,
something happened.
Some babes,
I didn't
some
say I
babes can be
pushed
so
him. I
stupid.
said maybe something happened.
Some babes,
You understand? Along the line.
yes,
Not that
something
I
happened.
purposely pushed him to
No,
that
no,
limit. Not because I'm watching
okay,
him.
either-
Probably something happened and
but
then
either
it's something that's supposed to make him angry. You
yeah.
express
He has to
what
react
he
to
feels,
it.
react to it.
Either
You understand?
delib-
And then he doesn't say anything. He doesn't even. He probably just laughs it up and just say, "Oh, do you understand?" You need you need to be wary of that kind of person.
or not deliberately. So certainly, what you did was to test his temperament.
I didn't
and
test
at the end of
anybody's
the
test
was quite,
temperament.
what did I say? I said
Don't
either deliberately
assume me,
or
I'll
not
deliberately.
deliberately. You
Assume
did
me,
something
assume me.
to test his temperament,
Okay.
and he was quiet, and he didn't react. Something that a normal person should react to, yes or no?
Okay.
You said it yourself. You said you have to be careful about such person. Now you've noticed, you've taken note of that because you're reasonable. There are some babes who are so dumb. They will see that kind of scenario. Oh, he's loving. Even if you push him to the wall, he won't do anything. They've chosen not to see it.
There are some people. Let me now tell you.
Those are the kind of people that will say, "Oh, I know his character. I
There
know
are
his
still
character."
some
They don't
people-
know shit,
There are
and they are
still-
supposed to know.
There are
It's not possible for a violent person to keep his nature secret from his partner. You know why I say that? Because sooner or later, a situation will arise that nature will come out. It may come out first as play, hitting, you understand? A situation will call for it that unconsciously the person will just pull, just hit you. And it will come out. A violent person, no. It will definitely come out. There is a limit to how a violent person can cage himself or herself. When such a person has been pushed, you don't even need to push the person to the limit. When the person has been pushed, it will definitely come out. A violent person can hide his or her nature. It is not possible. It will come out. The only thing is that the person being hit might decide to overlook it or ignore it, but it will definitely come out.
There are still some people in this life. There's no see. It's not.
There's no hard and fast rule now.
It's not even that.
No
It's
matter how
not.
hard
It's
and
not.
What I'm saying is this: long distance relationship. It's okay. It's
It
okay.
works.
I don't support
Before
it.
that works
It's
for you,
okay
doesn't mean
because
it
see,
works for me.
if you don't have trust issues, it's very okay. Because
It's
see,
not about trust issues.
all the-
It's not
all-
trust
all the-
issues.
the
I want to know
reasons-
about.
the
I want to
reason-
know
the
the
re-
person I'm in a relationship
you
with.
can know the
Personally.
person. It's not as if the
I
person.
can know the person
No.
about the phone. Talking
Yes, you
about
can
the
know the
phone.
person about-
Hello.
I will know the
Have
person
you
about the phone.
eaten?
I will know
See,
if he's
see,
on
you
crack,
see the
or I'll
thing
know
there.
if he's into crime, drugs, or this. I will know over the phone. Yeah, he's going to tell me that. Oh, babe, I'm
Someone
into.
who is here with you, if he's on crack, if he's doing drugs, he knows how he will keep it from you. He knows how he
But you
can
know
keep
he
it from
cannot
a
keep
babe,
that
and
for
you will
long.
know. and you won't
Because
know.
we are
I will
together.
know. For me, I will know.
will know.
Unless
How
you
will
be
you know?
on me, I
I'm
will
serious,
know.
I will know.
I will know. There's no way you'll be.
How?
There is no. You would have been seeing
When
little
will you know?
signs.
When will
And at
you
the
know?
same time, I'm not
After
saying
4
that.
months, 5
I'm not
months,
saying that. At the
1
same
year.
time, there are still some people. There's still some people that they're going to be together, and they won't still know some things about their
their
partner.
persons, yeah.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen. It
You
does
can't
happen.
even know everything about your partner. It's not possible.
Exactly.
Saying.
You
But
can't know
I'm just
everything.
saying for me.
most
But
I
important
don't
thing
really
is you
because
need to know
you
them.
know
at
the,
the end
you
of
know
the
the key
day,
things.
Yeah.
at the
Most
end
bad
of the
things.
day, when something happens, they're gonna ask you that, I mean, this time, you guys, did you spend enough time together? Did you spend enough time together? Because that's the time you're going to, that's the courtship period that you're going to, you
How
get
can
to
you be
know each
cutting
other.
when
You
you're
know
far
each
away
other's
from each other?
behavior. You know each
You
other's
never-
way of
you know the deeper
life
life.
and everything.
You see, how can you be cutting? How can you be cutting and you're far away from each other? When you say even pre-wedding pictures, you go there, you number 12, like.
They are not
But-
saying that. We're not.
You
But-
get
They're not
that's
saying.
what I'm trying to
But-
say.
We're
I'm
not
trying to make you understand.
We are not
it. So
saying that
don't
one.
make
We
a
are-
joke
I'm
out of
just
it.
saying that.
Eh?
I just
But-
feel like
well,
I feel like
any
whenever
which ways-
in
any
such a
which ways,
situation when something bad happens, trust me, in most cases, it's always because I'm not saying that it doesn't work for it. Yeah, I've actually seen people that it worked for them, and they are married.
Very,
Some
very
people
well.
even
And
met.
happy.
Very,
Some
very
people
well.
even met even without they met online. You understand? And they never met
Social
each other, and
media.
it works for
And
the
it
and
worked
they're
for them.
together. They are
Yeah.
married. But I'm just saying, me personally, I really don't support it because when something happens, it's one of they're going to ask you, how can you just meet this guy online and then guys never spent enough time together? You don't even really know him. You don't know.
Just the same way they will ask you that, and you guys were together for 5 years, we were staying together, and you still didn't know. It's
I'm
the
not.
same thing.
It happens,
It's
but
the
you are
same
saying
thing.
that.
I'm not against long distance relationship, and the reason being that if you guys are matured enough about it, if you can handle it, then you go for a long distance relationship. And if you don't have trust issues, you can go for a long distance relationship. So I'm for it. I'm not against it. And those who feel it can work for them, they can go ahead and have long distance relationship. It's very okay, very, very okay.
I'm
If I'm
saying
okay
me
with it, I said
personally,
I'm not okay
I don't
I
support
said
it.
I'm not okay with that.
I'm not saying some
No,
people. It's
I'm
okay with some pain.
I'm saying
Some
the,
people.
work for me.
the reason why most
It's
people are
not
not
because of
okay with
trust.
it
It's
is
not
I
because
is
of trust.
trust issues.
It's
It's
not
not
trust
It's
issues.
trust.
It doesn't
Mine
have
is not
anything-
trust.
If
it
you are saying
doesn't
because
even
you
have
want to
anything
get to know the
with
person,
trust.
that one is,
You can know the person over the phone.
You
It's
cannot
true.
see. You don't need to be with someone 247 before you know the
It's
person.
true. It's true. You cannot the person.
You
over
don't
the
need to
phone.
be with someone
You can know the
247.
person is
You
a
don't-
drug
you
dealer. You can know the person is an armed robber. It's true. You can know
On
over
the
the phone
phone.
because he's going to tell you about the phone that you babe,
baby.
Just the way if you are with someone 247, is he going to sit you down and say, "Oh, I'm an armed
But
robber"?
there's
I'm
no
a
way
drug
you
dealer?
will know.
What will you see? You see
They
gun in
don't-
his house, or you see drugs in his house.
You will know.
They are not dumb now.
See, let me tell you something. There's no way you
What are
can
you saying now?
hide
They
it
are
when
not
you're
dumb.
together.
See, that's why I said it's if you choose.
cannot.
It's if you choose not to see.
But it doesn't even
If
have
you
anything
are-
to do
if
with
you are
trust issues
vigilant
for me. It
and you
doesn't
see-
have
you will
anything.
see
I told you
it.
that
It doesn't have anything to do
Stop
with trust
saying like
issues.
this.
Yes, maybe
90%
that might come, but
trust.
you're saying basically
Trust is
that
the major
mainly
reason why
it's not
most
the major
people don't
reason
support
for
long
me.
distance
It's not.
relationships.
It can come into it. You understand? Like, okay, maybe that's one of the reasons. Like, I don't even trust. I don't even know what you're doing
Could be
over
a supporting
where you are.
factor.
But I'm saying the main reason is because I want to get to know the person I'm dating. I want to know the person. It's not going to be over the phone. I don't want to be getting to know you over the phone.
This long distance relationship that you guys are talking of, I don't know. Maybe people are just looking at it that, oh, you people, you won't see each other throughout till you get married.
No, I'm not saying that
You'll
you
be visiting.
I'm not
You'll
saying
be
that.
going to visit him. He'll be coming to visit you
Doesn't-
frequently,
yes,
regularly.
now. Yes,
And
now.
you
Doesn't
get
work
to
for
know
me.
your. It's not as if 2 years you could just day. No, now that's not what we're
It
talking
doesn't
of
work
now.
for me,
Yeah,
even
I-
though,
it's a
even
no-no.
if
So
you are seeing
those small times that you people are spending time together, it will
Quality
come
time
out.
together.
It will definitely come out.
it's true.
To me, I feel the ladies are against long distance relationship because they may not want to admit it, but they actually have trust issues. They do have trust issues because, see, the reason why most people say they don't want long distance relationship is because they are like, oh, I don't know what he's doing over there. I can't trust him enough. He's probably with another girl at the moment. It's trust issues. That's the main reason why most people don't do long distance relationship. So the lady saying no, it's trust issue. And it's okay for you to have trust issues. It's not a bad thing. It's not, it's not really a biggie. Oh no, although it's a big issue actually, which needs to be paid attention to. But it's just normal. I mean, someone like me, I find it very difficult to trust people. Very, very difficult. Because on so many occasions, people have betrayed the trust I've reposed in them. So I find it difficult to trust people. So if you say it's because of that, I understand. I totally understand. You get the point. But don't try and dribble us. It won't enter.
If
Because
I've
that's the
known-
person's way of life.
Me,
The
I
person-
feel like
See,
for me, for you to work for me,
you see the thing there, it's even during long distance relationships that secrets come out the most. You know why? Because let's say me and Comfort are dating now, and let's say I'm an arm robber. Two of us are dating. We are staying in the same place. I will be trying every possible thing to make sure that you don't know. So I'll be hiding so many things from you. It's
true.
First
And
things
that's
first.
as
No,
you're
calm down.
as you're making
first
that's
now.
how you mess up
No,
and then
calm
you
down.
sleep.
No,
and then I will see
calm down.
something.
First things first, I will make sure that I don't keep guns in my house because you always come to visit me regularly.
Okay.
I won't keep anything incriminating in my house. I will make sure that I tidy everything, okay? So that, in fact, you may not know for like 1 year or 2 years.
You're a thief.
Bam. Now, let's assume, same scenario, me and her, we are dating. I stay in Lagos, she stays in Abuja. I know she's not staying with me. She's not coming to visit anytime soon. So I don't need to start hiding this 1 year or hiding this 1 year. Because I know she's not the type that comes. So I can afford to keep my gun under my bed because I know she's not going to come.
And you think I'm not going to
She's
come? I'm
she-
not going to
she's-
come
she's not
until
going-
I announce it.
Eh?
I cannot
If you are
come
coming, you will
unannounced.
definitely tell me, oh, babe, I'm coming, oh. That's when you can,
What if I decide
let me do this.
What if I decide to shock you, to surprise you?
That's what I'm saying. That's when the secrets come out the most because a spouse will, I've not seen, let me just surprise him. And then she'll just come. He's probably maybe they are planning their operation, their strategy. That's when you just come in.
I really don't.
Because you're not expecting him. But if it's
I don't
someone,
buy the idea
but you
that
see the
if
thing,
we're together,
if
you
it's
know
no,
some
see,
things
but
about him.
if the guy, calm down,
It can work for you.
calm down, if the guy knows that the babe, she's staying 2-3 streets away, he would never do operation meeting in his house because he knows she can come at any time. Except you want to deny that fact. He will know she can come at any time.
Well,
So
for me, it's a
secrets tend to
no-no.
come out more
When you're
in long distance relationships than in close ones.
Okay, it works for you. For me, it's a no-no.
I don't believe it. I
I
don't
don't think you
believe
want
it
to
that you
convince
don't
me
know.
to come
all
out of
these
this
things.
my
I don't believe it. I really don't
understanding
believe it.
of what long
If-
distance
if-
relationship is.
if-
It's not going to work, and I don't think it has even
Because of
worked.
trust.
It's not because of
Because
trust.
of trust.
No, it works for some
Since you
people.
said I can just
It works
bump
for
into
some
you.
people. It works
So
for
why-
some
why-
people,
why
and
am
it's
I having
fine for
trust
them. I'm
issues?
just saying
Come
for
in and
someone
take
like
time.
me, it can't work for me, and I really don't support it. That's my own opinion. That's where I stand. So if it works for you, fine, good.
I'm not in
But
the
those
long
are just my
distance
those.
relationship. You just because it works for me.
I'm just
If
saying
you
whatever.
like the idea and you want to go
And
into
I
it,
already stated my
So
own
my
My
reasons.
two wives are
I,
here. Why are you not saying long distance relationship?
I
What's
stated
wrong
my
with you?
reasons
No,
why
shit.
I said
We
it
support
can't
you
even
all
work
the
for
way.
me because
Eh?
I stated my reasons why I said I don't believe in long distance relationship, but it can work for me. Like I said, if I've known the person, even if we're not dating, but like we've been friends, I know him and everything, and then along the way we started dating, and then shortly he had to travel. I'll be fine
You know him.
because I've been with him, I've known
back of
him.
your hand.
You understand? But like I'm no.
But if someone is just 1 week, you won't go into a relationship with the person. We just call it off. Say,
With
babe, we
this
can't
thing.
date. If you've not known the person for long before you travel, you just known him for like 1 week. They think love don't day your head. You're not saying
I'm
no.
even talking about this 1 week love thing.
No, you say, don't
I can't.
worry.
It won't even work. Since there will even be so many issues.
When you fall in
understand?
love, I'll be here. You talk. You will
it's
see.
true.
I will tell your
It's
future
true.
husband.
And
You
I'll
will
also
see.
wait for you
Long
to fall in
distance
love.
relationship.
Me, I
It's
won't
not-
mind. I won't mind. You don't
It's
turn concrete.
It's not,
Eh?
whatever. It doesn't. It's
But
not
to
going
me,
to
to
work
me,
for
to me though, to me, I feel that I'm okay. Long distance, check. Short distance, check. Long distance, because the reasons which I've been saying since, the reasons people give why they don't want to go into long distance relationship.
trust.
In fact, we didn't even mention all of them. So some will say trust. I don't know him very well. Oh, I can't stay away from my boo for too long. Oh, we have to, cuddle, do this, do that, which is true. I have to wait. All that one. I can still maybe be compassionate with the physical aspect. Say, oh, I need to be able to see him, to cuddle, hair and all that. But trust, if you don't trust someone far, you won't trust somebody that is near. That
That's
is
what I
one.
said.
Two, you want
Trust
to know
is
the
not part of
person.
the
If you don't know the
rules I gave
person far, you can't know the person near. It's the same thing.
It's not the same
So
thing. It's not
basically-
it's not the same thing. Basically, it's not the same thing. For you,
If I love babe, I feel do long distance relationship.
that's for
And
you
that's why I
now.
said if it works
As for you, I don't
you're
support
fine
it.
If I
with
love
it.
her-
I really don't
It's a
support
no.
it.
I can
honestly
get
speaking.
somebody over there to be watching out for me.
To be watching
Yeah.
out
Yes,
for
no.
you.
And
Yes, no.
you don't have
Watching out
trust
for me.
That's
issues.
this time you don't have trust. No, he said it now.
I
that
always
his
said it.
major-
I said I have
major
trust
reason
issues.
is trust
Okay,
issues.
you
I've
have
said it
said
now.
it.
I've said it
But
now.
I'm
You
saying that
go
I
cool.
don't
I've
I
already
don't
said
support
it
because
already.
there will be so many
Eh?
issues. Trust me, there will be so many issues aside from the fact that okay, let's assume.